The decision of having to choose between the various options of birth control is one that so many women dread. This fear is justifiable because of the numerous negative stories surrounding pills, the hormonal and the non-hormonal birth controls, and what have you. We all know that birth control comes with so many uncertainties. However, birth controls are a necessary evil because you wouldn't want to place all your hope on natural family planning, especially on days when your self-control decides to fly off the window. If you're in doubt or you're afraid of going ahead with your family planning choice, then this video is for you, because in this video I'll be sharing with you my story, my experiences, and my learnings. Actually, I'm 1 year into my family planning, and I'm here to share with you everything that has happened within this 1 year. If I have any regrets, or if I would advise any woman to opt for the same method I opted for. Hi Diamonds, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Diamond Mom. If you are new here, you're very much welcome. I film about relationship, motherhood, and lifestyle. So my returning subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back. If you've been on this channel, you'll remember that some 9 months backward, I filmed a video on my 3 months experience with my birth control method, and in that video I did a vivid description of how the process went and everything that you need to expect even before you actually choose that particular birth control method. Everything that needs to inform your decision of you having to choose that particular birth control. I'll leave the link of that video here so you can quickly go and watch it, because this video is a sequel to that one. The birth control I've been on for over a year now is IUCD, yes, the copper one, and the non-hormonal one. I had it fixed in me on the 6th of August 2022, and I'm making this video on the 1st of September 2023. That is over 1 year ago. I had this IUCD fixed in me 6 months after I had my daughter, because I had her through C-section, and because of the choice of birth control, I was advised to wait for at least 3 months for my scar to heal, because of course you know that the IUCD has to be fixed into your womb, and if you had a C-section you need to allow it to heal properly. So I decided to give myself 6 months wait, and I went to have my IUCD inserted into me. After the procedure, I was advised to come for checkup. Now, I was given a checkup of 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, and after going for these 3 checkups, I would be due for my yearly checkups. So to avoid any side effects, to avoid any mistake, and any what's not, because I know I have heard of so many women complaining that their IUCD got dislodged, or the thing broke, or it started giving them so many issues and so on. I wanted to be on a safe side, and I went for all my appointments as at when due. I didn't miss anything, and for my 3 appointments that I've gone so far, the 6 weeks, the 3 months, and the 6 months, it is still intact, and there was no case of any infection or any dislodging and anything. So presently I'm due for my yearly checkups, which will be every May. So I'm due for my checkup next year May. The IUCD I had is the one that can last me for 8 years. So as of now, I've just crossed my 1 year mark. I still have 7 more years to go if I want to keep it up to that time. But I have to be going for my yearly checkup. Apart from the routine checkups I was advised to be coming for, I was also advised by the matron that did this for me to be doing a weekly checkup by myself. Yes, I'll explain what the weekly checkup entails. For these weekly checkups, I'm expected to choose a particular date that I would be checking to see if my copper is still intact. Now for this, I'm meant to do this immediately after taking my bath, so that there will be some moisture there to enable you insert your hand easily into the location. So I'm meant to do this immediately after taking my bath. I'll come out of the bedroom, or if you use a private and a clean bedroom, you can do this in your bedroom. So I would squat, and then with my longest finger, I would insert it and check if I can feel the coil, because there is a coil that extends from the T copper. It extends, and it is usually in your vaginal wall. So And whenever I feel the coil there, that rope, then I know that okay, it's still intact. And also, if I feel that the rope is getting down too much, she told me to push it in with my hand. But then if you're sexually active, you don't need to actually be pushing it in, because of course when you meet with your partner tends to, do the pushing for you. So that is what the weekly routine entails. Reality check. I can't even say I have done this weekly check for up to 4 times. Yes, like I'm not religious about it, because I just feel okay. I just assume. So for everything, for every caution I'm meant to take during the period of my birth control, this is the only thing that I know that I have flouted so badly. I've not been doing my weekly checks because I'm not really comfortable with the whole inserting and all those stuff. So I can say within 1 year, I've only done it like 4 or 5 times. Another thing I was also advised to do if I want this birth control to work for me is to maintain as much as possible a very good hygiene. Yes, to maintain a very good hygiene. So as much as possible, if you can use a special bedroom or toilet, or even if you have to share bedroom and toilet, you need to keep it clean. And then your undies and just those female hygiene, you have to do it, because since you are opting for IUCD, you have to keep down there very clean to avoid any issue. Now, these are my observations so far within 1 year. My menstrual cycle has been very regular. I'm usually a 26, 27, 28 cycle person. And that was even before pregnancy. And after pregnancy, and also into this my birth control method, I still have my menstrual cycles within 26, 27, and 28 days. So it did not affect my menstrual cycle. And my menstrual flow days are still 4 days. Even though within the first 3 months of me having this IUCD inserted into me, I think I noticed that my flow actually increased a bit, but I would not really attribute that to the IUCD because I just gave birth, and usually some months after giving birth I noticed that my menstrual flow increases in its quantity. Then after some months it goes back to normal, but as of now I have a normal menstrual flow. And also I usually don't have any cramps even up till now. Even now that I'm presently using this birth control method, I don't also have any cramps and anything. I've not also had any infection within 1 year of using this IUCD. I've been conscious trying to check if there will be any sign of infection or anything, but I've not had any infection. And just last week I had to go to the hospital for a checkup because I started to feel pain in the left side of my lower abdomen. So I had to go to the hospital and requested for a scan and also test. So after the scan, during the scan, the person doing the scan actually noticed that okay, that my IUCD is still in place and there is no possible cause of the pain and anything. So even the scan and the test confirmed that everything is still very much okay. So I was just given some pain relief, and right now I'm not feeling any pain. So I just feel maybe that pain was due to stress at that point in time, not due to the IUCD, but I just needed to be sure. That's why I had to go for the checkup. So that is basically my experience with IUCD for over a year. I don't know, maybe you might be expecting a negative review from me, but here I am telling you that IUCD is my go-to birth control. Like if it has served me for 1 year, I mean at least because I can't say I have had any bad experience with it or any negative thing in my body due to this IUCD, and it has been effective now up until when I would decide I'm ready to take in again, or if I wish to leave it for 8 years, then at the 8th year I'll go and have it removed and put another one again. There are some things I believe is usually the cause for the bad experiences that people have with some birth control, especially with IUCD, because number one, before I had this IUCD implanted, I actually had in mind that I wanted to go for implant, the arm implant, which is hormonal. Now, I went to the hospital and the matron, after asking me, after interviewing me, and after going through my hospital history, she saw that I once had a lumpectomy and it has to do with the hormone. So she warned that I should not ever attempt to go for anything hormonal when it comes to birth control. So even pills are a no-no for me. Injection, no-no. Implants, no-no. Nothing that has to do with hormone should be used by me because I have had, a lump in my breast before. So she advised that the only option I have is to go for IUCD. And there is also an IUD that is hormonal, but I am advised to go for the non-hormonal one, which I consented to, and I am glad that I took that decision. Because imagine if I had, proven stubborn and said, no, after all, it's my body, I won't do this, I won't do that, and I have chosen a different method from the one prescribed to me by the matron, maybe I won't be telling the same story, today. So I believe listening to the advice of your medical practitioner when it comes to the choice of a birth control should be number one, because they know better and they know what is good for your body. Especially maybe if you're on the bigger side, there are some birth control that they would tell you to not even dive into, but then they won't force you, so you still have to make your choice. But I would advise that you should listen to their advice. Another thing I believe would also help you to have a good birth control journey is if you can go for your routine checks. I know even the experience of you having to put the IUCD inside you is not something that that is not a walk in the park. You have to make some sacrifices, and it wouldn't have taken me anything to say, oh please, I cannot go to my routine check and they will have to fix in the speculum and all those things again. But then the fear of another 9 months when I wasn't ready had to, make me to say no matter what, I have to go for my routine checks. So you also need to go for your routine checks. Don't miss out on your routine checks, because they can actually detect when anything is going on wrong or when it is going on right. So your routine checks is also very, very important if you want to have a good birth control experience. Hygiene also plays a very important part, especially if you're opting for IUCD. So you need to have a good hygiene, because it would guarantee that your IUCD would actually last. Yes, this one, I'm saying this one because my second routine check, the matron had to call in another nurse. Maybe apparently she wants to teach her something. So they inserted the speculum, and after checking everything, she asked her, can you see any inflammation? Can you see any swollen thing or this or that? Can you perceive any smell? And she answered no. So she had to go on to explain to the nurse that there are some women that when they come for their routine checks, you won't even be able to even stay within that environment because of the kind of smell that will be oozing from their area. So I feel hygiene also matters, because if you always have infection or you always have this bad smell coming from there, of course it's only natural that the IUCD would decide on its own to dislodge or to to just stop being functional. Because there have been cases of women that have the IUCD implanted in them and they still got pregnant. There have been cases of women that the IUCD keeps on pulling away and all those things. So I just believe if you stick to the advice of your doctor, take precaution instead of cure. I mean, prevention is better than cure. So if we can stick to the advice of our doctors, they know better. They would advise you based on your body. If they decide to tell you to go for non-hormonal, which I feel is the best, because it doesn't tamper with your hormones. As much as possible, listen to them. They know best. So this is my experience with IUCD for over 1 year. I have no regrets whatsoever up until now, and I believe up until when I'll be ready to take it out to conceive again, which the matron assured me that if I'm ready to take in this month and I remove it this month, that it would not tamper with my cycle, because of course I noticed that I still ovulate very well and my menstrual cycle is very much regular. So I believe if I take it out, it won't really delay me or tamper with my ability to conceive again. So I have no regrets whatsoever up until now, and I hope that this experience remains a positive one. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please give this video a thumbs up, share this video video also to so many women. I mean, birth control decision is usually a major one for us. So please share this video out to any woman you know out there. It will be useful to them. And if you know you've not subscribed up till now, please and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will be bringing your way so many valuable content, so many valuable information that you will love. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.